Okay, so in this video, I should rip that little part off before I continue. So I'm gonna be making some lines here like this, just as part of my background. They don't have to be perfect. I apply a little bit of pressure. Okay. Now, I'm going to use this color to kind of make a shape. Kind of like this. I mean, this is a very weird, creepy looking creature that showed up on radar. It's sort of a radar type of a creature that's showing up here. And so, okay, we're going to do some eyes, kind of like that. That might be too, I might have did it too hard, maybe. I kind of want them to be blended in, more like this. Yeah, more like this. So I'm just I'm shading on the side of my pencil like this. Yeah, oh, perfect, that works. And so we've got kind of this, well, let's see here, if I can find my, I've got kind of a, well, there's some little eyebrows right around here like this. I mean, it's a radar blip that has come up on the radar here that I'm looking at. It's in the Russian area, or that's where I'm seeing it, is in the Russian area. Okay, and so, like, okay, so up here we've got kind of this little orangish, this is what we've got. So I've got I guess I'm like a sketch artist today, sort of. You know, and so there's some features that are a little bit darker than others. And I've got, well, sort of a kind of a greenish color up here, and there's sort of a greenish, lighter greenish down here, and there's sort of a mouth with a weird grin on it, kind of a weird grin mouth like this. Does that show? Yeah, that's showing up. Oh my goodness, that is showing up there. And the nose is kind of like this. And there's sort of like a, it's kind of orangish, sort of like that. And then like a little bit of yellow in here. And then orange. And it almost looks like there's dribble. Kind of like there's, yeah, like a little bit of dribble, like it's dribbling or something. There's, yeah, drooling and dribbling. And there's like another kind of this weird bluish feature right here, like that. Okay. And then we've got, there's a little dribble right here too, which is so strange. Okay. Let's see, do I have a turquoise color? I'm not finding one if I do. I have a turquoise color. So we've got, so kind of, yeah, like that. There's some strange features and up there like that. And so I've got some other yellow. It's a combination of yellows and oranges, which is kind of odd. Yellows and oranges. And for some reason, there's like a whole bunch of orange, like a hot spot of orange area in here. A big hot spot of orange area in here. Now through here, there is, I don't know if we can, yeah, we can get there is yellows in there. And so we kind of, I'm going to pull some of this yellow off over here, like that. We've got orange. Now you can see, so we blend it in. I am just kind of coloring right over the green, and it really doesn't change the color much. It just blends it in. Those eyes are awesome. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are awesome. That is cool. I left enough white in there. Those, they are amazingly awesome in there. Okay, let's, we're going to try to sketch in some, a nose. That's what we're getting in here right now, is a sketched in sideways nose like this. And we got a little darker than olive drab going on right in here. I was a little bit darker going on in there. Okay. And so we also do have some, well, we, let's see, let's try to put these in first. We've got some little greenish areas up here, but we do have a dominant kind of orange and yellow up here. We're going to kind of blend them in. We do have that going on up here too. And sort of our neon greens kind of in here. Yeah, we've got a big swathing scape of. Now I don't want to color the eyes over because they're just perfect. So I'm going to try to work this in like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave them just like that. Okay, so do I have any darker orange, or should we add in a little bit of, I'm thinking red or pink? Maybe a, oh yeah, yeah, that's going to work like that. We're going to get that in there like that. And we do have a little bit of the orange down here too. Just like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty darn good. Let's sketch him off over here. Yeah, now I want to do some, oh, I'm still leaning towards orange or yellow that I need out here, because yellow is probably, I think yellow, how do I keep and maintain the blue though? It's going to probably turn green when I do this. Let me lightly shade. I'm going to see what happens. Let's lightly shade like this. See what happens. See, we're going for that radio frequency look. That's the look we're going for, is the radio frequency look. And that's why I went with the yellow, because it gives me, it's going to give me that radio frequency look. You know, and you know how it has, so that's why it's really not important for us to cover in all the lines. We really do want some space, some white space in here in these lines. There is sort of an enhanced green around the face a little bit, you know, so we can probably take our pencil a little bit like this and, you know, put a stroke around here. We'll stroke out and blur out the face a little bit more like this. And so across here we've got, maybe not that color. Well, how about, I was trying to look for a turquoise, but I'm not finding a turquoise color. So we're going to put this color in here like that. Now I do need to get the background a little bit darker than what I've got it. Okay, this might work like this. If I fill it in like that, that probably will work. Now in my image that I'm referring to, it's sort of more of a darker medium blue color. But for me, this is going to work. I mean, this is working perfectly good. I'm not so sure if I have that radio frequency look that I'm going for. And that's kind of what I'm going for, is sort of a radio frequency. Oh, we might be able to pick some of that up down here a little bit if we scribble. Oh, maybe if we, yeah, this, okay, we might be able to, yeah, I think this is going to work like this. If we do some little scribbles like this. Yeah, that's going to work. That looks like it works pretty good. We're looking for, you know, the little scribbly lines and things like that. There, we've got some, that's looking more like it right there. We've got some of this a little bit of greenish, bluish blends going on right down here. Kind of a little hot spot there, down there like that. And it's almost like there's a goatee looking thing. It looks sort of like a devil, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks sort of like a, there is a little goatee thing going on down here. It does, it looks sort of like a devil. That's what I think. It looks like the devil. And so, let's see. So if we want radio frequency look, we've got to kind of scribble it up a little bit like that. And, you know, kind of run it in like that. Okay, so I'm trying to decide here on what colors I want to darken this up with. I mean, I need something a little bit to darken it up a little bit more, kind of blend it all in. And I'm just trying to decide on what colors. I've got sort of a I've got more of a kind of turquoise color going on right now than I do blue. I was trying to achieve navy blue. That's not quite working, but this color is working out okay. It could be helpful if I used if I colored with navy blue instead of turquoise. Might be helpful. Let's see here. I think this is navy blue, but I'm not positive. Now I've got a nice blip naturally on my paper, which that just fits in perfect. The blip on my paper here, the abnormal feature, just enhances it really, really good. So, oh, that makes it pop out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh goodness, this one turned out really, really good. I mean, so it's a radio frequency, like devil? That's what I'd say, a kind of, sort of a radio frequency devil that I've got going on. And, you know, if I saw something like this come across the radio signals, I would be going nuts. So it's like, what in the world is that? You know, if I'm looking at a scanner type radio or an earthquake thing and I see something like this on the earthquake radar, I'm going to be wondering what in the world is going on with that. Okay, so let's add a couple of unusual colors in here. Yeah, that works. And a little red in here, just a little shades. It doesn't have to be a lot. And okay, let me see if I can find. Do I have it colored? I'm still trying to find. Oh, that one does go through. It's a little bit darker up there, a little bit lighter down here. But if I was to cover it up with navy, I don't think it would show. And so I'm going to kind of, I think I'm probably going to leave it just like this and see where we go from here with this, because that looks pretty darn good with what I was looking at here and for what I'm trying to depict. And I put a little bit more orange up here. Yeah, orange is kind of what I need. Some little shading of orange. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, I think the orange kind of makes it look a little bit more sinister. And the eyes look so human. I mean, can you imagine something like this coming across in your face while you're on the radar, on a airport radar, and something like that comes across on your screen? I mean, wouldn't you want to scream your head off? I think I would. If I was an air traffic controller or something like that, I would be wanting to scream my head off. It's like, what in the world is this? Or if this came across on your ultrasound, if you're an expectant mom, oh my gosh, that would be a nightmare. That would be a complete nightmare, I think, for the mom. Let's try and darken this up just a little bit. But I think that's it. I mean, should we shake the camera a little bit? We'll shake the camera. Ooh! Ooh! We got an earthquake going on. We got an earthquake. An 8.5 on the Richter scale, an earthquake. All right, that's it.